Hello again, folks. So, going to do another update video here. Let's call it a season preview for the 2035-36 season. Sorry, excuse me already. We're a few games into the season. I was just waiting for the transfer window to close before doing this video. So we'll show you how that's gone so far. Tell you what, let's get the friendlies out of there to start with. So we've played 5 league games, won 4, lost 1. It was a disappointing one to lose away at Cagliari, but very pleased to start with a win at home against Lazio and then follow that up with a win away at Inter. Then pretty standard home victory against Torino, and like I say, that disappointing loss. Let's have a look. I mean, we equalised there twice behind, twice equalised, and then they got a winner in the 95th minute. A kick in the teeth, let's say. And then an absolute hammering of Cesena at home, 7-1. You can see that Alan Hansen had a great game. Got a hat-trick in the first half and then a fourth one just before the end. And obviously last season we finished in second, qualified for the Champions League. The league phase has now been drawn, so let's just take everything off and just have the Champions League. There we go, just so you can see who we've got to play. Haven't played any matches yet. We've got the first one coming up in 3 days' time there, at home to Astana. And we've got Rangers, and Barcelona at home, Atletico Madrid away, whoever that is. Beograd, oh, where's that? Sporting CP, I think that's Lisbon. Man City and Dortmund. So there's some tough matches in there, but tell you what, let's see who they are. Not even going to go on then, shall I try and pronounce it? Crvena Zvezda Beograd from Serbia. Yeah, there you go. Apologies to any Serbians who may be watching this. Yeah, like I say, some tough matches. Obviously Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, Man City and Dortmund. Can't expect to get anything from those matches, but I must say I'm not a fan of this new style Champions League, but you know, it is what it is. I much preferred the older format with the groups, different groups, and then the knockout stages. But with this one, we've got to be looking to get 9 points, I think, somewhere round about there to get through to the next playoff round in this kind of, what colour we're going to call that, kind of grey-blue colour. So somewhere between 9th and 24th, that's the target. We're not going to finish top 8. We're certainly not going to win the Champions League, but if we can get to the knockout phase, I'll be happy with that. And there's the Serie A table. Currently sitting top, but obviously we played a game more than Parthenon up there. And they've won their first 4 out of 4, so it looks like they're going to be favourites for the league title again. In terms of transfers, pretty quiet transfer window. Let's have a look. Yeah, just signed most of these ones you would have seen in the last update video that we'd already had lined up, if not all of them. Well, these ones are a bit late to join in. My backroom staff do the recruiting for the under-20s, so they signed 2 of those I think I signed that guy a few minutes ago. But yeah, these are all ones for the future, all young players, apart from the backup keeper there. But we have had quite a bit of a clear out. We didn't get massive amounts of money, £11 million, but obviously it's helped reduce the wage bill a bit. Quite a few loanees gone out there. Who was the biggest one we got a fee for? Yeah, the left back that I didn't like. Got 4.8 million for him. And we got $1 million there for Lapiana. A lot of these players were in the last year of the contract, and that guy has to leave. He was going to be my keeper for the future, but to be honest, he never really performed when he had the chance, so lost a bit of money on him, but never mind. So yeah, the squad is actually pretty small at the moment. Just have a quick look at the finances before we take a look at the squad. But yeah, healthy bank balance now, 27 million. The Champions League money. Well under budget on the wage budget. Yeah, like I said, the squad's pretty small. You do get 15 subs in the Serie A, so you need to be able to fill those slots really. I guess you don't need to, but obviously you want to. So I'm going to be relying on obviously the senior squad. But yeah, for cover, going to be relying on the youngsters this season, which could be a decision I come to regret, we'll see. One thing though, which let's just take a look at the under-20 squad. I mean, we do have a lot. Some of these will be in the under-18 squad as well, mind, but yeah, we do have a lot of players in that squad. But yeah, one thing which I haven't got my head around yet, I'm not sure I ever will, is the non-EU rules in Italy. So you can see non-EU players. I've got these this little icon indicator, whatever you want to call it. The grey ones, that means that they're registered, but the non-EU, the red ones, non-EU, means I can't register them this season, or they're not currently registered, so they're a bit unavailable for the first team, which is frustrating, but it is what it is. I mean, it does tell you the rules somewhere. Where should we go? Serie A rules. The registration bit somewhere. There you go. I mean, there's that wall of text there. 3 or more non-EU players, that's us. Excluding players out on loan. At the end of the previous season are subject to the following transfer limits. Only the first non-EU player signed from abroad who fulfills the following criteria will be eligible to play for the club this season. I'm not going to read it all anyway. But if there's any Italians or anybody else out there who understands how all this works, then please feel free to explain it to me in the comments. Because another thing as well, I'm not sure exactly how it decides which players become registered when the next season starts. Maybe it's to do with the date of the signing or something, I don't know. I was hoping I would have some say in it, but I don't. So yeah, basically I just need to wait for those players that we looked at earlier to become available. Unless I sell them first, of course. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. I mean, really the aims for the season, finish as high as we can in the league. Like I say, get through to the knockout stages of the Champions League. and see what happens in the Italian Cup. I do wonder about how much benefit it is qualifying for the Champions League as opposed to the other European competitions, because we've definitely got a better chance of winning one of the other two. But obviously you do get more money for the Champions League, so maybe just a case of personal preference. But obviously I'm not going to try and engineer a 6th or 5th place finish just for the sake of qualifying for the Europa League or whatever it was called. Anyway, probably talked enough. Maybe just see what fixtures we've got coming up next. Yeah, there's a few tough ones in there. We are playing the excuse me. We are playing the tougher teams quite early in the season, though, which is my preference. In the league, we're going to get the 5 or 6 best teams out of the way early. So you've got Parthenon coming up after this Champions League game. Empoli are doing well, but then you've got Milan, and Juventus as well. So hopefully when we get to the end of the season, we could have quite a good run in there once that Juventus game's out of the way. Unless they get rearranged, of course. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, definitely talked enough now. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.